Back with another live stream. Please share, subscribe, hit that like button for me, and let's get started with this live. The war on Black Americans. Now, back to President Donald Trump. Coming to Chicago, you told Rahm Emanuel to clean up, or I will. And you threaten my young brothers. Let me tell you something. My brothers and sisters are in bad shape. And I have warned all of you. And I told you that the army is coming. I told you to get your acts together and clean up your act, because they coming with a mind of their own to slaughter us. Haven't I said it? Now, just for a year, but for 3 decades, I have been warning you about the governments of America planning a war not only with the Muslims, overseers, but with Black people and the nation of Islam in America. Have I not done that? Now, Mr. Trump, you can come and you can bring your armies. But if you read this book and know what your people have planned and carry out against young Black men and women, then come. But I'm going to warn you, Mr. Trump, this is not a forsaken people. And the God that we serve has promised us that he will fight our battles. We don't have no guns to equal yours, but we have a God. Now, brothers and sisters, check out the West Coast. You've never seen rain like that. You haven't seen nothing yet. In the Middle East, you all think that Dubai's is a nice place to run and hide now. You can get into a hotel and order some liquor in a Muslim country. They might even have a pig foot for you. But they woke up one morning a week ago in Dubai with 10 inches or 10 centimeters of snow on the ground in the desert. Don't you ever think that you can go somewhere and God can't get to you when he wants to make an example of you? So I'm saying to Mr. Trump, not being disrespectful, I'm going to talk to you about him now. Who is he? You can come, bring your army, but if you slaughter my little young brothers, watch what God will do for you. Mr. Trump. For the country you want to make great again. That's not going to happen. Mr. Trump, America will never be made great again. Her days of greatness are over. The God of justice have come. And America now has to pay for what she has done. What she has put the nation to. She has to pay a penalty. Now, brothers and sisters, America have not done the right thing. Justice. And in doing the justice would have checked their fall. You see, no good come from a people who came to destroy. So now God has come to use his powerful force of nature. And see, never, and I mean never will this earth be let out to these non-owners. Could have proved to you and me that peace was never in their nature. And I've been telling you that they coming with a mind of their own. And see, brothers and sisters, you are programmed for destruction. And we are no use. He made it where he don't have no interest. So you see, black schools is targeted. Black universities is closed. You see, tariffs is put on the black community and black farmlands and black beauty salons. See, this is the work of the devil ever since he been here. He didn't cause trouble. See, this beast is a beast that seek after his prey. You see, that's their nature. So when they coming with a mind of their own, they coming into Chicago, Memphis, and these blue states. And your little cap guns is drawing you crazy that you would kill your own. And see, with a time like this, right folks, they don't have no use for you. You are no more a use. Now let's go.
This is the Home Buyers Privacy Protection Act. The congressman here was the lead sponsor, so I think maybe he probably say more about it than I can.
Well, it's difficult for Americans to buy a home, particularly after the last 4 years, sir. But with the president's signature today, we're going to make it easy for people to buy a home without getting hassled. For years, their private personal information has been...
Look, they said they're going to make it easy for you to buy a home, to purchase a home. They're making it very difficult in these times. You see, you used to buy a home without having a problem to buy a home. But he's putting our people in through such poverty want He's sending you a hard task. See, we got to protect ourselves because they're not coming to protect us. We got to take back the streets, they say. We got to protect the people that are in Chicago and Memphis. Because I've been telling my black folks that this violent crime that's committed is drawing you insane. Because when they come with tanks in the streets, see, the minister Farrakhan warned us 40 years ago. And those 40 years ago, how they would declare this martial law. So what is your life, black man and black woman? Because you are like a mist that appears for a little while and then vanish. He's making no use for you. So I say, let's stop the violence.
Bought and sold in the open market, resulting in them getting innumerable phone calls and text messages. But with your signature,
Right. Our careers are in jeopardy. You see this massive layoff? Trump is doing nothing to solve the solution. Now, Charlie death, they don't even know they got the right killer. Because the grandma of, of Robinson, Taylor Robinson, is saying that she's sure that her grandson wasn't the killer. Now, I'm going to be doing a video to let you know the statements that Taylor Robinson grandma left that he wasn't the shooter. And why it took them 33 hours in an ongoing investigation. See, that 33 represent a masonry. See, it was 33 years Jesus preached. 30 years Jesus started his ministry. Jesus died 3 years later at 33 when he was crucified. See, don't you find it strange why Charlie Kirk was assassinated? And the grandmother's coming out saying that they don't have the shooter. So you might say, well, what is going on? If they don't have the shooter. Now I'm going to be bringing you an update of that because you need to know. See, the FBI, fail to give out any further information, but they got a tip now. Sheriff deputy got a tip from the families of Taylor Robinson. And according to reports, you have over 100,000 people are rallying in London. Now, this is causing violence to promote in the streets. And now that black people is target, they targeting blacks, shutting down black schools, colleges, and universities. See, I say this, we are up against a beast. This system of the mark of the beast. See, this is what we up against, y'all. See, America is planning to carve out a future. You're starting to see that we don't have a future here. So how long are they carving out a future for us? Let's go.
Today, we're going to put an end to that so that when Americans try to realize the American dream of owning a home, they're able to do so without being harassed.
Good job. Good. It's a great honor, John. Okay, there it is. And that's going to help a lot of the homeowners of our great country.
Do you believe in God? I didn't until my homie from the East Coast got paid $890,000 for the mistreatment he endured while locked up.
John, want to hold that?
Sure.
Thank you, John, very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, Will, you go ahead.
I'd like to read you this gift from a constituent back in Tennessee.
Oh, I could use that at night.
It's an American flag.
That's very nice. I like
Thank
that.
you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. That's very nice.
Excellent. We have a number of executive orders for your attention, sir.
Okay.
I want to say this. America is at war with God's people. America is finna go to war. And I want to say this to you. She knows she no longer have power. She can't exercise that Middle East. And I hate to say it like this, that Middle East, the Palestinian country, is an Arab nation. And I want to say, look, when it comes to Israel, those people are not the real Israelis. So do you think for a second how we see how America handling things? You see, America will deposit their little brother Israel on foreign soil, which is the Palestinians' land. She has no power to exercise the Middle East. So what do this mean? This means we're going to see bloodshed and plenty of it. And it's going to drive her out from the Middle East. It's going to drive her out, my brothers, from the Middle East. Now let's go.
From 1789 until 1947, our nation won some of its greatest military victories under the direction of a Secretary of War operating within a Department of War. Today, with this executive order, you will authorize the current Secretary of Defense and the current Department of Defense to once again embrace this great lineage and once again be named the Secretary of War and the Department of War.
So this is something we thought long and hard about. We've been talking about it for months. Pete and I and Dan. Dan came into the fold. By the way, a great general. He headed up the, I would call it an attack. I'd almost call that one maybe even more than an attack. What he did with Iran, you saw the success of that operation. It was perfect. In fact, this was sent to me by the great company that makes that particular B-2 bomber. And it was flawless. It was actually flawless. They flew for 37 hours back and forth. and there wasn't a bolt that was out of condition. There wasn't an engine failure. There was no problem. It was a perfect attack, and it knocked out any possible nuclear capability for Iran, which nobody wanted to see, and we weren't going to put up with. So, great job, Dan. And
I want to say America is under a divine attack, and storms pledge famines. And I want to say her divine intervention was set to destroy her. And America will have to even the score with Russia at some point, because there's still the Cold War. So in other words, you see a cold collision with America and Russia. Now, while a lot of us is looking on the left, China, Russia looking on the right, and I've been saying the very beginning of next year, you're going to see a big, turn on her economy. You're going to see a big turn on the economy. So, which means America economy is going to crash at some point. Everything's going to crash at some point. You're going to see stock markets going up and down, but you would think everything is all right. But see, this is the lube before the storms. And we know that these storms can be delayed in every hour, that it can be delayed. But it has to be entirely up to them to make good this day. They have to make good this day. And if she don't make good meats, then you will see one storm after another. And as you think, my brothers and sisters, that she's going to get over the sore, you're going to see, made by a previous disaster, another storm will come, and another one will come to strike her. She's in this divine judgment of what she did with Black Americans. Now, let's not make no mistake about what she put us through. America is in a grip of a divine judgment. So judgment have come to you, America. Judgment have come to you.
we've been talking about this Department of War. So we won the First World War, we won the Second World War, we won everything before that and in between, and then we decided to go woke and we changed the name to Department of Defense. So we're going Department of War, and I'd like to ask our Secretary of War to say a few words. Pete Hegseth, I think it's a much more appropriate name, especially in light of where the world is right now. We have the strongest military in the world. We have the greatest equipment in the world. We have the greatest...
See, the world is facing hell. No matter, it don't matter how much equipment you got. No matter what, all the military heavy equipment they have. See, America going to boast of destroying continents. And she's going to boast of what she have left over. But my thing to you is, when she don't exercise her allies like Tehran, this is why the country is in trouble. You know, America, she no longer have friends. Friendship is speeding her doom. She no longer have no one to sit with her. So you seeing how they are carving out a future for us? And see, America, she don't have a future. And since she don't have a future, what makes you think you're gonna have a future here? Most of you think it's a joke, but you don't understand that we all sit in this crossfire, and 99% ignorant will, you know what I mean, will never know what is at stake. Our life is at stake. And he don't even have a temporary room for you. See, your life is temporary. He don't have a permanent room for you. So this is temporal. And America is on her way out. Because she don't have no future. You see how they are carving out a bright future for you? Because she don't have no future. She don't even have a permanent place. Let's go.
Manufacturers of equipment by far. There's nobody to even compete, and you see that with this and so many other things. The Patriots are the best. Every element of the military, we make the best by far. So, Peter, I'd like to ask you and maybe Dan Raisin came to say a few words, please.
Mr. President, thank you.
Why did no one tell California drivers about this new rule? If you are currently insured, drive less than 50 miles a day.
After winning a war for independence in 1789, George Washington established the War Department, and Henry Knox was his first Secretary of War. And this country won every major war after that, to include World War I and World War II. Total victory, Mr. President, as you said. Then 150 years after that, we changed the name after World War II from the Department of War to the Department of Defense in 1947. And as you pointed out, Mr. President, we haven't won a major war since, and that's not to disparage our warfighters, whether it's the Korean War.
Now, why haven't America won a war since? Because she's behind, man. She came to strengthen up Tehran. She's so behind, you know what I mean, on this war. See, this is a country that sticks their nose in everyone's affairs. This is a country of America that loves to start the war. And then you see they trying to find peace where there's no peace they can find. This is a country, I want you to understand. I want y'all to use your discernment. This is a country that loves mattering to other people's affairs. America is a country that loves starting the trouble. And then she gets herself involved in making all this war. And then all of a sudden she's trying to find peace when there's no peace. She break up other countries after warring with them. See, this is evil on the part of America. See, America will have to know us. America will have to know the black man. America have to do what the black man, you know what I mean, say. Yes, America will have to know us. You see, trouble, brother, trouble seems to have no ends. When tens of millions of free black people crying for freedom, justice, and equality, And the black people you see is greatly deceived today. He is fascinating us with this evil and filth. Evil and filth are the only laws that is respected. See, Satan and his hidden agenda. So this is why Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Because this is a secret agenda. And Satan is not going to let anyone come between of what he got going on. You see how they even fight against each other, rob and kill each other, but yet represent peace as peaceful Christians. See the great deceivers will reap what they have sown. I say it again, the great deceivers will reap what they have sown. Let's go.
Vietnam War or our generation of Iraq and Afghanistan, that's to recognize that this name change is not just about renaming, it's about restoring. Words matter. It's restoring, as you've guided us to, Mr. President, restoring the warrior ethos, restoring victory and clarity as an end state, restoring intentionality to the use of force. So, at your direction, Mr. President, the War Department is going to fight decisively, not endless conflicts. It's going to fight to win, not to lose. We're going to go on offense, not just on defense. Maximum lethality, not tepid legality. Violent effect, not politically correct. We're going to raise up warriors, not just defenders. So this War Department, Mr. President, just like America, is back. Thank you for your leadership and your clarity. We're going to set the tone for this country. America first, peace through strength, brought to you by the War Department. We're back.
Thank you very much. Very well stated. It really has to do with winning. We should have won every war. We could have won every war, but we really killed.
I want to say this is not our war. Black people, we should be damn tired of fighting their wars, saving these people independency, man. What's next, man? Now they talking out black people. Now they segregating black people. Now they gotta use us for labor to save their capitalism. I say cowardice of this white man ever since he been here 6,000 years ago. You see what they doing with, you know what I mean, these mine grants? They are segregating black American people. We are target. We are a target. You see how they treating brown people? You see how they treating immigration? You see, when we look at the laws of Constitution, the Constitution laws is being violated. You see, I want to say when it comes to a white dominant group, white people never know what poverty was like. They will even cry when things come. They crying to see what's happening. And things is just going to get worse. They don't even know the struggle. They don't even have no sense of what poverty feels. So I say this because they want to talk about how we've been living on Section 8, how we've been living in the projects. We've been living through these kind of conditions. White folks never had to struggle and live through the poverty conditions as black folks was living in. So you see, there's a lot of them furious. A lot of them losing their house. You know what I mean? And they realizing, you know what I mean, what FEMA is about. And these insurance companies, what they're about. Because now they feeling a domino effect. See, what I'm saying, you can't have your cake and ice cream and eat it and everything is gonna be fine and dandy. No. No. The tables is now turning. The tables is now turning. And this is why, you know what I mean? Why should we have sympathy when these people never have sympathy? They laugh and make humiliation and mockery of us, man. They laugh and humiliate us. You know, they laughed when Obama was president. Y'all ain't peeped to play. Y'all ain't peeped to play how the policeman was killing young black children from the age of 9 to 14. Showing you, they putting this in your face, showing you, yeah, you know what I mean? We still, you know what I mean? We still own you. You see, when they went after and killed George Floyd, you see what happened with Trayvon? Here's a boy eating some Skittle with his hoodie on. And Mr. Zinnerman pursued the young boy. See, this is why I say your life don't mean anything. And that's why David says, yes, Lord, I walk through this valley of shadow death because I feel no evil. Because the Lord are with me. All my brothers and sisters, with all of this cruelty, with all of these casualties. See, we haven't done no wrong. We've been wanting to be treated with equity. But when we look at their 13 commandments, do you think that you have these Constitution? Well, in fact, we don't have them at all. You see how the enemy can put his little trick on his 13 commandments? However, he called us a citizenship by ever you being convicted with the crimes. And now you see, today he's convicting more black people with crimes to rob them to whatever was necessary. See, he's trickily, deceitfully, demonically said that he gave us. See, every time we try to exercise the rights that you say we have, he finds a way to destroy it. See, he's destroying the black man's future. And see, we are made no more of a use because we are no more a use to them. Let's go.
Chose to be very politically correct or wokey, and we just fight forever. And then we, win. We wouldn't lose really. We just fight.
And then you get these people on the comment section talking about maybe black people should stop doing these crimes. Maybe we should start seeing white crimes. We get more white crimes more frequently when it comes to their law enforcement. They never say nothing about their law enforcement killing black people. White folks never will come out to be truly honest and say, yeah, we got our policemen killing black people. They never will support that, man. You know how disgraceful this is, man? See, who doing these massacre shootings? White folks. Who doing these assassinations? White folks, man. But they want to talk about black on black crime, but we got a serious political issue, man. The issue never been solved when it comes to, you know what I mean, police killings. That has been always a problem that's stuck with us, man. I want you guys to understand, use your discernment. That have always been a problem that never been solved. White killings. See, they doing these senseless killings. And then now they want to, you know what I mean? They want to start a war behind the death of Charlie Kirk. You even have some black people grieving, right? We share our grief. Meaning we share our condolences. But the first thing they want to do is target black people. Target the schools, universities, put terrorists in the black communities. See, all this for what? You see? And then when we talk like this, you know what I mean? It's a problem. It's a problem because we see America manufacture these killings, man. America manufacturing killings.
Sort of time. We never wanted to win wars that every one of them we would have won easily with just a couple of little changes or a couple of little...
Yeah, I say, man, you got these Down syndrome, you know what I mean, childs. He telling lies. Yeah, you know what I mean, the white man told you a lie all this time. They didn't lie to us. And see, the reason why white folks is more concerned, because they more concerned in judgment than we. You get a silly white, you know what I mean, person would say, well, if you say America is facing doom, you get an ignorant white person would say, well, you facing the same thing we facing. Well, not quite, man. Not quite. See, we got a God of righteousness. We got a God of justice. We got a God of freedom. In case if you know what that is. See, that people see, here's the thing. That people are more concerned because they know what's coming. And since they are more concerned that God is coming in the midst to fight for us, they are angry. They are mad. They are having tantrums. We don't feel sorry for you because it shows that they never feel sorry for us. They show how they can humiliate us, but see, God is going to make sure he get the last laugh, man. God's going to make sure that he's going to get the last laugh. So I want to say, eat, America, help yourself to the desert of the earth, which you have prepared for us. You eat it now. You see, all praises are due to Allah, the Lord of the world. See, justice is coming to our people because we got a God. They can't give us justice, even if they try. You see, God is putting these people to the test. Because you see, God had tried them so long at it, and they had not done the right thing. See, the doing the justice would have checked their fall. So we are not surprised. This doesn't surprise us, but we know we got a God that we serve and that he's coming in the midst of time. It doesn't surprise me how disobedient white folks are. White folks are so disobedient. And they are angry. But we haven't done nothing to you. But you are just so angry because your time of ruling and power is up and you know that. And they know it. Let's go.
Little edicts. You know, I was told that ISIS would take 5 years to win. And Dan Kane, when I told him how long would it take, he said, I think about 4 weeks, sir. I said, what do you mean 4 weeks? I was told 5 years by the people in Washington. You know who they were? 5 years. I said, you can't do it in 4 weeks. I actually flew to Iraq to meet with him, and I met him at a big air base. And remember that famous day, right? It turned out to be a famous day for our country because you're now the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, which is the biggest deal. And he is because he did things that everybody said couldn't do. So they said it was going to be 5 years, and he knocked them out in about 4 weeks total, 100%. We took over, and ISIS was gone.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. My husband found this new 87 cents generic Viagra at Friday Plans.
And pretty amazing. But we never fought to win, and now if we have to fight it all, you know, we solved 7 wars. We have the one that I thought was going to be probably one of the easier ones, and that's with President Putin and Ukraine. And that turned out to be one that's a little bit more difficult, but the 7 are done. They were supposed to be much more difficult to solve. I solved every one of them, and we're going to get the other one done too. But it turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. And it'll get done or they'll be held to pay. But because they're losing 6 to 7, it used to be 5. I used to tell you 5. Now it's almost 7. I guess 7,000 people last week. 7,813 people, young soldiers died. Russian and Ukrainian, not American soldiers. But it's a shame. It's just, you know, they're human lives, and I want to see it stop. But General Kane's done a fantastic job. And again, defeated ISIS, which they said would take a long time. And it didn't take a long time at all. It did other things that people said really couldn't happen. We have the greatest equipment in the world. We have the greatest soldiers in the world. Dan, say a few words, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. It's a true honor for me today to represent the incredible men and women of America's Joint Force. Today and every day, the 2.8 million service men and women stand ready to fulfill our sacred duty to protect America at home and abroad. As a president,
Look, it's 19 of you guys here. It don't cost you a cent to hit that like button to share this video. It's 19 of you listening, but I got 3 likes. Two of you just left, 17, and I got 1 like. I need y'all, well, 3 likes. I need y'all to smash that like button. Smash that like button.
said America's military is the single most powerful fighting force in the world. The mission you and the Secretary have given us is clear and unambiguous to deliver peace through overwhelming strength. And I remind everyone that the U.S. military can reach any adversary at the time and place of our choosing. Service to this nation is an incredible gift, and we're grateful and honored every day to do so. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, thank you, and it's an honor to sign this, and we will do that right now. I think that's a big one, I'll be honest. questions on this subject. We're going to be discussing the G20 in a couple of minutes, but yes, please. Tell me right now.
This Rebrand question for you, the newly minted Secretary of War. What message does this send to our enemies, to our allies, to the American people? And again, what gave you the idea for this rebrand at this moment?
I think it sends a message of victory. I think it sends really a message of strength. We're very strong. We're much stronger than anyone would really understand. And again, having the great equipment, we have just so much better. You look at all of.
The craziest thing, they had to put out a consent. The sad thing is, she's losing her strength. This country is weakening. By all means. She lost friendship with other forging countries. Trump just lost one of his closest friends that put him in office. Charlie Kirk put Trump in office, y'all. So the whole assassination was Charlie was trying to he was trying to be a political leader one day. And Charlie was, you know what I mean, he was trying to go against their gender. You know, if you go against Satan and his gender, yeah, there's consequences. There's consequences, man. There was a sacrifice made of taking this young man's life. You know, it's sad. Let's go.
Of just any of it, submarines as an example, we're 20 years ahead of anyone else. Nobody even compares. And I let a lot of this happen in my first term. We totally rebuilt our military. And then, of course, you had that.
You hear what he said? We 20 years ahead. No, you're not. I'm going to say that damn lie for. He said, we 20 years ahead. No, you're not. You see how they put out this concern? You see how they put out this lie to you? We 20 years ahead. Nah, you're not. You can't even lie like that to the people. Since you got to lie, since they put out this consent for you to believe the lie. See, this is how the devil is. He wants you to believe all the lies. See, this is why when God put a powerful illusion so that you can hear all the lies and believe all these lies that they say. And that's why he put up all these lies so you can hear the lies. So you can believe the lies. They put up this consent. They put up all these fabricated lies so you can hear. All these fabricated lies our people have been hearing. This is why I said no good come out of America. No good come out of this country. Let's go.
Catastrophe in Afghanistan, where they gave up a lot of the equipment, but a relatively small amount, but a lot. It was a lot in Afghanistan. I think it was the most, General, I'd say it was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country, the way that happened, the way they went to the wrong airport. They should have gone to Bagram, not the local little airport with no security, with tight quarters, etc. You know what happened. I think it was the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, frankly. That was under the Biden administration. It was terrible. And we were going to be leaving, but we were leaving with strength and dignity. We were going to keep Bagram because Bagram is 1 hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons. We're going to have that all to ourselves, a big, beautiful place built many years ago for money that today would be the equivalent of, many, many billions of dollars. You couldn't build it. The longest runways, the most powerful runways in terms of load capacity, and we just walked away from it. So stupid, and they were fools. The people were fools. Now we have the strongest.
See, I don't care what y'all feel about me. Some of you say I'm a psychopath. You can call me wherever. But when the things come and when the going gets tough, don't come back to my channel and say, yeah, you're right. You speak in fact, but I don't want y'all to come back. Because y'all that ignorant, man. White folks is that ignorant. And I'm not saying all, but people that want to be on someone's live and don't take time to hear a brother out, this is y'all judgment, man. This is Esau judgment. Because God says, Esau I hate. See, God hated a Caucasian people, man. You know why? You know why? Because he said, Jacob I love, Esau I hated. Malachi 1:4 says, Edom said we were built to ruin. Edom 1 said we have been demolished. And we built the ruin. Every time you hear these people talking about with the help of FEMA, we're going to build, right? So when Edom said we're going to rebuild the ruin, this is what the Lord host says. They may build, but I'll demolish. And you shall see this with your own eyes. And you shall say, great is the Lord beyond the border of Israel. You see, it's like when a son under his father and a slave under his master. So God said, if I'm a father to you, where is the honor? If I'm a master, where is the respect? But it's you, America, who he is after. Now, Esau I have hated. Jacob I love. See, don't shoot the messenger. See, I love being rejected. I love to be called a psychopath. Because you know what? Calling a messenger a liar, condemning a messenger and call him a liar, mean calling a liar, God, a liar. Now let's go.
Military, and I think that indicates we have the strongest military. And we had it, and we won world.
And see, when they said, well, you bringing up this race, well, we got to bring it up. We got to bring it up to your face. We got to bring this up to your face. You are to warn your people. Because the government, even the government put in your face that they have failed you. America have failed you. Christianity have failed you. See, we go up to this White House. We look for justice, but we get injustice. Our trouble must be solved. Now let's go. Yeah, your mama. Your mama, you know what I mean? Your mama had you when you was, you know what I mean, a Down syndrome child, man. Your mom went for that last checkup, man. And they said that she was having 2 childs. One with a big head and one with a smaller head. So you can hate me, you can disagree me, you know what I mean, if you want. You don't even have to come on here. That's why it explained there's 49 of you here and I got 3 likes. See, a messenger. See, this is how they come at Jesus. This is how they come at Moses. See, they asked Jesus for a sign, and Jesus said, "Will no sign be given to this wicked generation?" See, they came at Moses. Show us God manifest. They came to Noah and told Noah the same, "Oh, you are a liar." So nothing surprised me how they come, at God's people. Nothing surprised me. Because that's how wicked and stubborn people you are. A rebellious people you are. So nothing surprised me what God's going to do. Don't come and point the finger now when the going gets tough. Because he's going to run you out. It's like, brothers and sisters, the man flee the scene naked, without his garment. That's what's going to happen to these people. The going's going to get so tough, they ain't got to pop the piston nor a window throw at them. And they're going to be so furious why these things is coming. See, don't shoot the messenger. See, we give you good advisory, but they hate good advisors. This is a sick people, a sick nation. And all of them made agreement with death. All of them made agreement with hell. This is why the Revelation talks about the pale horse, the ghost rider. Now let's go.
World War I, we won World War II, we won everything before, and as I said, we...
And no one cares you white. No one cares. Because you're going to find out FEMA ain't going to do nothing for you. You're going to find out these insurance companies ain't going to do nothing with you. When you find out what poverty is really like, y'all ain't sensed and feel what it was like. We ain't going to feel sorry, man. Because we know we got a creator. We got a God. We got a God that's here. We got a God that's going to turn America inside out. Because you see, the people is like Gomorrah. They're like Solomon. Yeah, God's going to flip this upside down. We don't care how mad you is. We give a damn how mad you are. You think I give a damn? There's 52 of you guys here, and I got 3 likes. You think I care? Because judgment have come to you. Judgment have come to you, America. Your time has approached. And see, God is going to push the people into the center. And they're going to realize that it's God bringing their nation into a nothing. Now let's go.
We won everything in between, and we were very strong, but we never fought to win. We just didn't fight to win. We didn't lose anything, but we didn't fight to win.
See, this ain't being racist. This is fighting for our future. And I'll do anything. I'll even if it costs my life, I'll do anything to fight for our future. See, brothers, hell is a appointed place. Hell is a appointed place, and the white folks is trying to get us to go right along with them. That's why you got these TV shows, these 4 hours TV shows, 7 days a week. The white man will ask about your personal self, your preference, your sexual desires. If it's not him to get you to go with them to their doom. Even in Hollywood, they offer me an invite to go to Hollywood. I know what Hollywood's like. Y'all are the true Stalinites, man. Y'all want to use us as a tool, an object. We no more We know more as a stepping tool to you. See, that's why we got our young hip hop culture. They live with death behind the enemy. Because they'll offer you all this crap. See, Satan will offer you his kingdom. All these things I'll give you if you follow me, if you worship me, if you bow down. We bow down to no man. We bow down to God. And we don't bow down to this satanic world. Because you're going to see God is going to bring this satanic world to a nothing. So you can hate me all you want. We don't follow you. See, Revelation 18 verse 4 is telling a people to come out of her. Let's think about, we didn't learn so much about her ways. Her ways wasn't even right in the beginning, y'all. Her ways to keep us enslaved. Following her ways was to keep us in slavery. See, hell is a point in place, man. I don't want to go nowhere where it's going to be hot. That's a point in place, man. There's no heaven waiting for them. Now, a few can practice goodness. They can be good. But it's not in most of these people's hearts. See, only a remnant of them could be saved. But you're going to see there's a majority of them going down. And they taking a fighting chance, my brothers and sisters, of deceiving us. See, our problem, this is why I say our problem must be solved. So the God of righteousness, justice, freedom, and equality. Now let's go.
Every one of those wars quickly, but they went a route that I think was probably politically correct, but not correct for our nation. So I think the Department of War sends a signal. Yeah, please.
You see this stupid person? He says, "Up to you to change it." Nah, it's up to these people. See, when we vote these people in, it's up to them to make America great again. It's not. See, the thing of it is, you don't understand when wrong is wrong and right is right, brother. You don't understand that. You don't understand that this devil is sending us a hard task. He's here to send us hard task. You don't see through the line. We don't see. This is why I said we don't want these people coming to us. When destruction comes and hit this earth and all things go, go down according that was written in the Bible, a prophecy to be fulfilled. We don't want y'all coming to us pointing a finger, because the table is turning. The table is turning. If you don't get yourself right with God, if you're not in alignment and right with God, yeah, it's chance you're gonna go right along to a place that's gonna be really hot, man. You got to get yourself together. You got to get yourself together. Because these people are not here in the best of our interests. They're not here to help us out. That's why it's so important that we get together for a spiritual feast and help each other out. Because they're not here to help you.
You're about to lose $40,000 for your car accident because you don't know this one trick. Check this out. It turns out insurance companies use AI to calculate the lowest amount that they can pay you. Our AI flipped the script. It knows what you're actually
because of the fact that we're strong. If we weren't strong, those 7 deals I told you about, the 7 wars, a majority of them wouldn't have happened. They happened for 2 reasons: trade and our strength. Those are the 2 reasons. And probably strength may be more important than trade. So if I was very proud of all those wars. Those were wars that could not be settled, and I settled all of them. And we'll get the other one settled also. That'll get settled. But without the strength, we wouldn't have settled any of them. Yeah, please.
Whoever sent the $5, I want to thank you for that. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at you guys. You know what I mean? But if I can, you know what I mean, help, you know what I mean, then let me be that helping hand. It upset me sometimes because I read these comment sections from you guys, and you know what I mean, I know what needs to be done. If I don't be paying attention to the comment sections, but I just want to say, you know what I mean, that the hearts of American people, we are living in a dissatisfaction where a lot of people is not dissatisfied, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people we may see may be satisfied, but a lot of us is dissatisfied because we are living amongst a dissatisfaction. So 100% of dissatisfaction. So saying this to you, I want to say this mainly to my white people. Y'all got to understand how we are coming into a change of worlds. You can't rely on the government. You can't put your trust on the government. You gotta put your trust on the Most High. Let God carry you and lead you. We can't put ourselves, you know what I mean, where we trust in this corrupted, you know what I mean, system. Because the government, they already show that they have failed you. America has failed you. The religion of Christianity have failed you. You know, this country have failed you. Let's go.
Your expectation that Congress will codify this name change in the law?
I don't know, but we're going to find out. But I'm not sure they have to. We're signing an executive order today, but we're going to find out. We're going to see. If they do, we're going with it, and we're going with it very strongly. There's a question as to whether or not they have to, but we'll put it before Congress.
Do you know how much this rebrand will actually cost? And are there any concerns about, the Pentagon's mission of actually cutting back on spending?
But not a lot. We know how to rebrand without having to go crazy. We don't have to recarve a mountain or anything. We're going to be doing it not in the most expensive. We're going to start changing the stationery as it comes due and lots of things like that. We're not going to be doing things like have been done in the past when they changed the name of forts that shouldn't have been changed. Those names of the forts should not have been changed, at least for the most part. And as you know, many of them have been changed back already. At the request of the communities, every one of those communities said, we want our name back, like Fort Bragg as an example. The people in that community wanted that name back. They refused to call it anything else but Fort Bragg. So we're not going to be spending very much money on that. Yes, sir.
When you spoke with the Europeans and Zelensky earlier this week, did you preview this for them, and did you say what security guarantees they might be involved in?
This is nothing to do with anybody but the United States of America, the people of America. This is so
And I strongly agree with Reagan, but we as a collective people, we have been so divided, man. We've been divided with hate. And we've been so divided for so long that we are a separate people. You got one minority group is treated, better than all these other minority groups. This been our problem. This become a problem that never had been solved. And it's sick to see we have a dominant people, and see, this is why I say this, that the table is turning. You know what I mean? Things is happening. See, things don't happen for a reason. See, let's look at Texas. Look at that. Look at that flood that happened in Texas. Back-to-back floodings. See, God will come after your children's if you're not right. If you're not right, God will come after your children. God will send a message to the world that He'll come after your children. If you're not right, those was a lot of missing kids that was missing, man. So I say this to say this: you should be worried. You should be worried. You should get yourself right. Let's go.
Talk to about changing, and it's a very important change because it's an attitude, and we know how to win. We've been winning, and we're going to win like you've never seen. Wait till these factories start to open up that are being built all over the country. You're going to see things happen in this country that nobody expects. We have over $17 trillion in investment coming into the country. We never did anything.
Look, we know the government was not supposed to save us. We got to save ourselves. Because the government of the United States have failed. The United States of America have failed. The Democrats and Republicans have failed you. The police officers have failed you. This system of the United States of America have failed us. So for more content, please stay subscribed. Definitely gonna be making, more content. So if you ain't subscribed, subscribe, hit that like button, and definitely gonna be back for more content. So thanks for you guys for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. It's not a hateful teaching. It's just a teaching that I have to let y'all know that we have to find unity in the time, because we are living in so much distressful times, man. And if we don't, find unity, peace, then we can be, at trouble. So I say this to you guys, to spend more time of working with each other, man. Finding unity in the time we need. So that being said, man, just thank you guys again, man. Till then, we out.